The first Apple Watch, the one discharged in April 2015, was as much a progressive item as it was a proof of idea. It looked rich, it had an extremely astute plan to keep you dynamic with day-by-day movement rings, and it worked. However, it had one key defect: it felt moderate. Apple, be that as it may, never abandoned the thought and continued pushing and pushing. 3.5 years from that point forward, it has now discharged the greatest move up to the Apple Watch since its origination, the Apple Watch Arrangement 4. The new Arrangement 4 looks a ton like prior Apple Watches. It has the equivalent rectangular shape, the equivalent computerized crown, and one catch underneath it. However, simply turn on the screen and you witness a fresh out-of-the-box new involvement. Apple has cut the bezels, including over 30% of additional screen space, and this improves things significantly. Apple has additionally totally modified the parts inside the watch, so you get more intense sound for calls and Siri, and the best part is that this new watch is quick. Apple Watch Arrangement 4 Survey. Be that as it may, we should not lose track of the main issue at hand. We've been utilizing the Apple Watch Arrangement multi-day and night, at work, in the workplace, and after that at the exercise center. We've jumped with it in a swimming pool, played b-ball, and laid down with it. How could it do, and would it be a good idea for you to burn through all that money that Apple is requesting its most recent smartwatch? Peruse on to discover. A short history of the Apple Watch. Before we begin with this survey, we needed to initially investigate the historical backdrop of the Apple Watch to perceive how it has developed to the Arrangement 4 and how it has changed consistently. Apple Watch, informally called Arrangement 0, discharged in April 2015. Key highlights: rectangular frame factor, OLED show, 38mm/42mm sizes, optical pulse sensors, effectively exchangeable band framework, watchOS interface, movement rings, bolster for outsider applications, taptic motor, 18-hour battery life, just works with iPhones. Apple Watch Arrangement 1, September 2016, patched up form of Arrangement 0. New highlights: moved up to a double-center processor, half quicker than S0, the most recent working framework, watchOS 3, and a lower cost of $269. Apple Watch Arrangement 2, September 2016. New highlights: double-center processor, half quicker than S0, includes GPS sensor, water security for swimmers, up to 50 meters, more brilliant OLED show, inhale application. Apple Watch Arrangement 3, September 2017. New highlights: discretionary LTE network by means of eSIM, in addition to $10 month-to-month transporter charge over your wireless bill, new and quicker S3 processor, altimeter for rise following. Apple Watch Arrangement 4, September 2018. New highlights: 30% bigger screen, quicker S4 chip, W3 chip with Bluetooth 5.0, fall location, ECG. A great deal of things have changed, yet one thing hasn't. Despite everything, you have no dependably on-screen alternative with the Apple Watch, so you need to do that slight flick of the wrist inevitably. Additionally, authoritatively, Apple has kept up a similar 18-hour battery life focus for the Apple Watch, however, increasingly about this later. Structure and size. The Arrangement 4 looks practically unclear from the past models. The rectangular shape and bended sides, just as the two catches on the correct side, are still here. What's happening is that the computerized crown currently furnishes haptic input with each turn of the wheel, and this is an exceptionally pleasant little touch. The back of the watch is presently made out of fired, a considerably more scratch evidence material. What's more, conveniently, the real thickness of the Arrangement 4 has gone down a bit, so the watch sits somewhat nearer to the wrist. And keeping in mind that the screen measure on the new Arrangement 4 has expanded by over 30%, the real physical size continues as before. Apple is the main standard organization that we can think about that makes a little smartwatch that ladies and folks with littler wrists will acknowledge, so praise for keeping that. Uplifting news is that Apple keeps a similar standard for the groups, so your ties from an old Apple Watch still work superbly fine here. Remember that groups for the previous 30